This is the level up for Make a Christmas / Pine Tree. Now you should already have your first project done. All you were given was the prompt, make a Christmas / Pine Tree. A lot of students' work ends up looking a little bit like this. And that's just great. I want to show you the next level way to do this so that your creations can get better, faster, easier, and more fun. Now what I'm starting with are pieces of cardboard that I have just taken some glue and glued green paper on both sides. With a white sheet of paper, I'm going to make a template of a tree. It could be a Christmas tree, it could be a pine tree, whatever you want. And what you'll see is, on an example here, these sides, usually people want them to look the same. I might just want to take a look and see some examples. And you're welcome to go on Google Images to take a look at all sorts of different silhouettes or icons for pine trees. Now, you'll see that this side and this side, they kind of match up. They're in a line with each other. Over here, what I see a lot of students do is something where it's a little more random and they don't line up. You can see that you want them to line up. So on our example piece, we are going to give ourselves a way to keep those lines straight. And through this process, you're going to see kind of how fast I'm able to make this, so that you don't need to be afraid to give this multiple tries. If you don't like how your first tree works out, start over. It's as easy as flipping the sheet over. I didn't like how far apart those were, so maybe I'll do something more like this. Okay. I'm going to keep this extra simple. So we start out wide, come in, follow that line out, we're going to come back in further, follow that line back out, come back in further, out. At some point we need to get to the peak here. One way to make it, if you want it to be perfect, we could cut this out, fold it, and then trace it on the other side. But if you don't want to worry about it being perfect, that's fine. Come out. We'll just make these match up on both sides. And that line got away from me a little bit there. Okay. So here's kind of the template we're going to be working with. I'm going to cut this out, and I'm going to go ahead and trace it on all three of these boards. Once I get that finished, I'm going to take my cardboard cutters or heavy scissors and cut these out. And so here it is cut out. Then I cut out two more. Now these three trees, and you might have noticed that the shape isn't super wonderful, it's not perfect. What you're about to see is that it'll come together and it'll look like it's meant to look like that style, when it's really just Mr. Johnson doesn't really know how to do a nice job with a lot of the artwork. If you just dive into a project, it works out for you. But two of these are going to get split right in the middle, and they're going to get glued around this one. So let me show you what that means. Let's split these. And now we're going to take the good old hot glue gun and glue them so that there's two on this side and there'll be two more on the other side. If I hold it down here and run a bead of hot glue, what I can do then is sort of work it into the bead and wait for it to cool. While I'm waiting, I could get ready for the second one. I could run a second bead, pretty close to the first. Set the second one into that bead. Now those two are already set. And so now here's what we have so far. I'm going to do the exact same thing on this side with the hot glue gun. And there we have it. We could be using markers, we could put beads on here like ornaments, we could wrap it with yarn, make it look like tinsel or some sort of wrapping, some sort of garland. This is a really nice start to the Christmas tree, and it's a whole new way to do it. Thanks for watching this level up.